Norman residents cast their votes, international students receive support regarding Bursar, and OU athletes take a stance against racism. This is OU Nightly. Hello, thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Mckenzie Gladney.
And I'm Anotonides. We begin tonight with big changes in the city of Norman's government. There's a new mayor and new city council members.
Baylee Bates is here with election results.
Alex and Mckenzie, Norman's new mayor also works at OU. Bria Clark won the mayor's seat with 51% of the vote. Clark works at OU's Price College as the director of the J.C. Penney Leadership Program. She'll be sworn into office in July. And Norman residents also voted for new city council members in the odd number wards. The Ward 3 race is the only race that is going to see a runoff. Candidates Allison Patrone and Richard Baylee secured 49% and 44% of the vote. The runoff election will be on April 2nd. In Ward 1, incumbent Kate Bierman defended Sean Williamson Jennings, capturing 63% of those votes. Incumbent Stephen Tyler Holman was elected for a third term, rounding up 53% of those votes, and running unopposed, Sarah Wilson maintained her Ward 5 seat. And lots of excitement from the Norman Public School System as they celebrate the victory of both bond issues. One to build tornado shelters in all schools and increase security, the other to improve the district's transportation fleet. NPS released this thank you video today on social media.
Thank you, voters.
Thank you for your support.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Norman voters, for passing this bond.
And an odd twist in Edmond, a candidate who had passed away after registering to run received enough votes to put him in the runoff race for mayor. The late Charles Lamb will face Dan O'Neill in the runoff. If Lamb is elected, the Edmond City Council will appoint a mayor. Alex Mckenzie, back to you.
Thanks, Baylee. Without any notice from the university, a new bursar policy put international students at risk of deportation. However, following protests and public pressure, the university is softening their stance. Tori Johnson is live with an update on the situation.
18 foreign students are scrambling to pay their bill to the university. They found out about the new policy just days before they would have lost their student status, which means they would have had to have left the U.S. or be deported. That brought students to the South Oval, demonstrating in support of the international students.
They came together to bring awareness and show support to the 18 international students who were at risk of being sent back to their countries. We interviewed one of those students who wants to remain anonymous.
We really care about this university. We really want to be here. We're not asking him for give the money. We're just asking him for time and to consider that we really want to accomplish this dream that we have, that is to get a degree in this amazing university.
OU has since softened their stance and given her and the other 17 foreign exchange students in jeopardy more time to pay off their bill. They have an extra month to have their balances paid up. A GoFundMe has been created for the student we interviewed, and more than $5,000 has been raised, but it's not even close to what she needs. She owes $20,000. The march was a way for fellow students and faculty to show their support to the international community.
We all belong here, and we also deserve equal opportunities in this university. With this, we say we stand with all international students that have been affected by the recent events.
It's really crucial for international students to hear direct support, verbal supportive statement from the highest office in the university to let them feel that they are one of the main pillars of this university.
President Gallagly did make an appearance at the march. He said he appreciated the support being shown to the international students, and he and his administration are working to lower tuition for all students. Reporting live from Evans Hall for OU Nightly, I'm Tori Johnson.
Thanks, Tori. It's pretty windy out there today.
Yeah, it is. Jenna Warner joins us now. Hey, Jenna, what's happening with that wind out there?
Well, it's super windy here, and it's even windier out in western Oklahoma, where they're seeing fire weather conditions because of those strong wind gusts, as well as dry fuels in the area, as well as low relative humidity values. And there's actually some active fire warning. So there's a fire weather warning out in Cimarron and Texas counties in the Oklahoma Panhandle, and that's valid until 9 p.m. And that's just saying that there's a possibility for fire conditions in the area up until 9 p.m. tonight. Later on in weather, I'm going to be talking about your Valentine's Day forecast, as well as the fire weather continuing on into tomorrow, and we're tracking your next chance for a cold snap. Back to you guys at the desk.
A campus teach-in on blackface is being held in Zarrow Hall tonight at 5. The goal of this discussion is to educate the community. Dean Yvette Walker explains what to expect tonight.
Not only will it talk about the issue as far as how it definitely can have a real effect in the community, but it will bring up the education aspect, as you said, and that is what we are here for. Blackface does have a long rooted history in this country, and there may be some people who don't exactly know that or understand it.
Walker says that her hope for students is that they will come with questions and leave with those questions answered.
Well, Scott Haas joins us now in the News Center. Could we see another government shutdown, Scott?
With the U.S. government just 2 days away from a possible shutdown, President Trump appears willing to sign a budget bill that includes a border security compromise deal. This comes after Trump saying he wasn't happy with the bipartisan plan, which calls for less than a quarter of what he originally wanted for the wall.
Funds for a lot of other things, but with the wall they want to be stingy. But we have options that most people don't really understand.
The funding for the wall is less than what was originally proposed before the last shutdown. The Treasury Department has confirmed that the national debt has hit a record-setting $22 trillion. Since taking office, the national debt has increased by nearly $2 trillion under President Donald Trump. This comes into contrast to Trump's early promises on the campaign trail to drastically lower and eliminate the national debt. Part of the debt increase is due to the growth of Medicare and Social Security costs, but the tax cuts passed in 2017 could have also played a role, as they mostly benefited the wealthy. And Alex, the Tokyo 2020 Olympics are still over a year away, but the organizing committee is reportedly forging the medals from recycled electronics.
Thanks, Scott. As the effort to speak out against racism grows, OU athletes are getting involved in the movement too. Leah Whitaker shows us how.
Us all together as one and shows that we also care about this.
Athletes are using their platform to talk about not tolerating racism on campus. Ada Daltrey is a member of the track team.
It also impacts us as athletes as well, and that we also have a feeling and statement towards it.
Athletes like Daltrey marched with students last month after 2 students posted a video wearing blackface. The video went viral and led to many rallies on campus. It isn't the first time athletes have marched against a racist incident. In 2015, athletes protested a video showing SAE fraternity members chanting racist words. Heath Warren is another track member that wants change for the campus.
As such a diverse team, it's just hard for me to fathom why we can't bring that to the rest of the campus, because we get along so well, and through all the events and all the backgrounds of everyone, it's just hard for me to fathom that the university can't follow suit.
These athletes are leading from the front and will continue to do so until the university follows through. Leah Whitaker, OU Nightly.
And athletes campus-wide will continue to hold meetings to discuss ways to combat racism. And when we think of polar bears, we think of sweet, cuddly creatures, but think again, see how one small town in Russia is handling a polar bear invasion emergency.
Plus, a Super Bowl champion is on the move today. Find out what quarterback is heading west coming up in sports.
Welcome back. NASA's long-awaited Mars mission is no longer on their radar.
Lindsey Gibbs has more on a story out of this world.
NASA has confirmed the Mars rover Opportunity has officially ended. After 15 years, Opportunity, the rover sent to Mars, was officially pronounced dead. Opportunity was initially built to last for only 3 months on Mars, but finally broke contact after a dust storm occurred last year. NASA made its last attempt to contact the rover last night and it went unanswered. NASA has officially announced the mission is over. And climate change is causing a Louisiana island to go underwater. 98% of the town is already facing climate change adverse, such as erosion and rising waters. The government is now helping families move north before their homes are completely underwater. The rate of Louisiana sinking into the sea is about 1 football field per hour. And as polar ice melts, oceans rise and land sinks. And terror has taken over a tiny town in Russia because of an invasion of polar bears. Over 50 polar bears have been sighted within the town, getting into homes and office buildings. And some are even chasing people. The seemingly cute animals are actually very dangerous, causing Russia to go into a state of emergency. Climate change and pollution have dwindled the animals' homes, leaving the bears to find new sources of food and shelter. Unfortunately, polar bears are an endangered species, leaving residents defenseless and in fear. Back to you, Mckenzie.
Thanks, Lindsey. A bill going before the House and Transportation Committee today may have train companies facing a stiff fine if their trains are blocking Oklahoma railroads. If passed, it would allow cities, county sheriffs, and OHP to ticket and fine railroads for trains that block intersections. A train company could see a fine up to $10,000 if law enforcement notices a train stop for more than 10 minutes on the track.
Well, Oklahoma man is taking Kim Kardashian to court. Find out what he says she did to profit off of his work.
And Jenna has more on the Valentine's Day forecast.
That's right. Stay tuned for your forecast, guys. Welcome back to OU Nightly, guys. It's a beautiful day out there. This is looking at downtown Norman right now. It's currently 59 degrees, and we have some strong southerly winds hitting us 21 miles per hour, and that's sustained. So that's not even talking about wind gusts. Let's take a look at wind gusts across the state. Check out Guyman out there. 43 miles per hour gusting, 40 miles per hour in Elk City, so it's no question why there's fire weather conditions out there currently. And they also have fire weather conditions continuing on through tomorrow in southwestern Oklahoma and parts of the Panhandle. Although it's less of a threat, those windy conditions and low relative humidity values will keep fire weather conditions around for another day. Well, let's talk about the lows for tonight. You can thank those southerly winds for keeping us well above average for this time of year. 45 for our low in Norman, 46 in Oklahoma City, so it'll be a nice night out and a nice Valentine's Day tomorrow. So we'll start out at 46 at 8 a.m. and we'll make our way to 70 for your high value tomorrow. And it'll be a great day, not too many clouds out either, so if you have outdoor plans, definitely take advantage of this. But things will change. So this is looking at your high temperatures across the state for tomorrow, 70 across most parts of the state. We're within the low 70s to upper 60s throughout Oklahoma. However, here's that change we were talking about in that cold snap. So your date night might be a little chilly as you go through on the night as we have a cold front sweeping its way through Oklahoma. So that'll bring colder temperatures as well as rain chances with that. So this colder air will be coming from the north, sweeping across the state as we head through tomorrow evening for your Valentine's Day date night. So you might want to grab a jacket with you on your way out the door tomorrow night. Rounding out your next 2 days, we have a warm Valentine's Day in store for tomorrow. We have those southerly winds still hitting us tomorrow, but as that cold front comes through, changing our wind directions, we'll have that northerly wind hitting us on Friday, as we'll have a high of 37 on Friday. It'll be much colder, and we do have 60% chance for rain. As we go through the week ahead, we have snow chances on Tuesday. We have a 30% chance for snow. As we continue on throughout the week, we'll see if it's still there as we continue to forecast, but it looks like we have a good chance for snow on Tuesday morning. So
on Tuesday, wow.
Yeah, hope we get it because I want to miss class.
Yeah,
that'd be nice
to see. All right, thanks, Jenna. An app developer in Oklahoma is suing Kim Kardashian, claiming that she stole his idea. David Liebenson said his anti-bullying app caught Kardashian's attention so much that she liked it and flew him out to California. Now, according to court documents after their meeting, Kardashian asked him if he trademarked the Kimoji idea, and he said that he didn't. Liebenson says she then trademarked it herself and then backed out of their agreement, and Liebenson claims in his lawsuit that she profited millions off the idea, while he and his partners never received a penny. Now, Kardashian's lawyer says the accusations saying they are absurd and ridiculous.
There's a big game at the LNC for the OU women's basketball team tonight.
Now Chloe Sparks joins us live with details on the game.
Kansas tonight to try and snap a 10-day losing streak. Christian Nunley is at the LNC and we'll have more on the Big 12 matchup. Don't go anywhere. Sports is next. Welcome back. After graduation and the MLB draft, OU baseball is down 7 pitchers from last year. Head coach Skip Johnson reported yesterday that number is now 8. Braden Fink is a junior reliever on the OU baseball team with an ERA of 1.71 in 21 innings in 28 games last year. This year, the left-handed pitcher's season will be cut out entirely due to an arm injury. With the start of the 2019 baseball season just days away, the Sooners prepare to host Cal Poly with sophomore Cade Cavalli at starting pitcher. Women's basketball hasn't been too hot lately and will look to bounce back tonight. Christian Nunley joins us with more on how the Sooners will match up against the Jayhawks.
Thanks, Chloe. It's been a rough last month for both the men's and women's basketball teams. The Lady Sooners haven't seen the clock hit 0 in their favor since January 2nd against SMU. Since then, a lot has changed, and most notably, Ana Lanusa has returned and given the Sooners a spark off the injury list. These last 3 games, Lanusa has led the team in scoring with 22 points a game and should expect no different tonight. Another recent highlight for the Hoop Squad has been the guard play. Freshman Jessie Mercer has found her groove with career highs in points, steals, and assists last week against our little sisters down in Stillwater. One area that needs improving is their rebounding. We'll see if they can put the pieces together here tonight at the LNC at 7. Reporting, Christian Nunley, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Christian. This past weekend, OU's sophomore tennis prodigy Camila Romero led the Sooners to victory and on Tuesday won herself a title. Romero played a key role in OU's win against Arizona State, securing both the doubles point and the match for the Sooners. Her skills on the court against the Sun Devils earned her the honor of being Big 12 Player of the Week. A Super Bowl MVP is on the loose, and the Broncos have everything to do with it. Former QB of the Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco, will go play for the Denver Broncos next football season. Both teams are prohibited from commenting on the deal or the terms, but what can be said is this agreement, Lamar Jackson will become the official quarterback for Baltimore. Last night, the trash talk left the court and entered the press conference room for one NBA team. The Philadelphia 76ers were not expecting a loss from their rival Boston Celtics on Tuesday. However, the 112-109 Celtics win proved otherwise, and the 76ers were not exactly pleased with the outcome. Joel Embiid gives us a glimpse of his frustration in his post-game interview.
I was sleepwalking for 3 quarters, and that's on me. Like I said, that's on me. It has nothing to do with anybody. And the referees suck.
I don't know about you guys, but if I said that, my mom would be having some soap out waiting for me.
Yeah, Joel Embiid will always tell it to you how it is, but thanks, Chloe.
Thank you.
A popular Disney movie announces its sequel date.
We'll tell you when you can expect Queen Elsa to return.
I'm Grace Whitten at the Update Desk. An Ada senator wants to change the cutoff date for children entering preschool. If Greg McCourtney's bill passes, students eligible for pre-K would have to be 4 before July 1st in order to start school. This would make Oklahoma the only state with a cutoff before July 31st. Teachers who support the bill believe some children are not developmentally ready to begin school. Those who oppose the bill suggest it would undercut the benefits of early childhood education. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Grace. Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf are back for round 2.
Disney announced today the highly anticipated sequel, Frozen 2.
The 2-minute-long trailer has already more than 6 million views on Facebook, and the highly anticipated sequel to the 2013 blockbuster will be in theaters on November 22nd.
And Jenna Warner joins us with a weather fact.
So yeah, speaking of frozen, actually on this day in 1905 in Veneta, Oklahoma, they recorded the second lowest temperature in the state with 27 degrees below zero. So this was the second coldest temperature ever recorded. The lowest temperature ever recorded was actually in 2011 in another part of Oklahoma, and it was 31 degrees below zero.
Wow.
Well, thanks, Jenna. Well, thanks for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night, live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.